Hello, and welcome to my channel. Hey everyone, welcome back to Andrew's Wizardly Reads, and as always, I'm Andrew, and today I have got another tag for you. This is a tag that I saw on Working Man's Reads. This is another channel that got a shout out alongside mine when Megan did her most recent shout out over on Megan's Reading Revelations. He doesn't really tag people, but he did say in his video that if you wanted to go ahead and do the tag, feel free to use the prompts. So that's what I'm doing. This is the last 10 book tags, and it was, I think, created by Mark Nash, I believe is what Josh said. But before I get into the meat of the tag, please go ahead and like and subscribe and hit the bell notification so you can get regular updates for when I post new content, which is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Alright, that said, let's get into the tag. So, number 1, what is the last book that you finished? That is either going to be Emperor of Thorns or Ship of Magic. I think I finished these both on the same day. I think I finished Emperor of Thorns in the morning and Ship of Magic at night. So, it would probably go to Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. Okay, book number 2. What is the last book that I read? I am currently making my way through Memories of Ice by Steve Erickson. Sorry, I don't know why I blanked on his name all of a sudden. Let's see. What is the last book that I have purchased? That would be, I believe, the Barnes & Noble edition hardcover of Michael Crichton's Jurassic Park. That sounds right to me. Or it's going to be, that's the last physical book I purchased. The last ebook I purchased was Aching Gods by Mike Schell. Let's see. What is the last book you said you read but didn't? Do people actually do that? Like, I mean, what's the point of telling somebody you've read a book if you haven't? Because once somebody asks you a question about the book, you've got to fake your way through it, and then if you get caught, then nobody trusts your opinion anymore. So I've never done that. Not that I know of. If I did, I was really young. No? No, I've never done that. Alright, what was the last book you wrote in the margins of? I don't really like to mark in my books. I don't like to dog ear. I don't like to fold pages. I get mad if a book gets dropped, marred, bent, creased, anything of that nature. So I'm going to say the last book that I wrote in the margins of was probably my high school textbooks. I used to mark them suckers up. Or it was one of the, I took a YA reading course in college. And that was like, you know, Turtles All the Way Down by John Green and things like that, things of that nature was the required reading. I may have marked in those as just quick underlines or something like that. But no, typically if I am buying a book for my own collection, even if I'm going to review it, I don't want to mark in it. That's not, because then I want to put it back on the shelf and then continue to look at all these beautiful, unbent, unmarred spines. So, no. Let's see. The last book that you had signed. So, I've never actually had a book signed in person. I do have a signed copy of The Demon Crown by James Rollins. I bought that at, like, I think it was called the Tattered Book Cover or something like that in Denver, Colorado, and I was visiting there once. And then most recently, I got, off of his website, I bought all three all three Mistborn books in hardcover signed by Brandon Sanderson. He just does a quick sign, but it was like $35. It occasionally goes up on sale. He'll occasionally put them up there for people to go on and purchase. So yeah, it would probably be Brandon Sanderson. The last book you lost, I believe that's Shadow Rising by Robert Jordan. I had a book club version. I think it was a book club version because it was really small, but it was hardcover. I had one of those that I lost about 5 years ago. I ended up finding it, but it took me 2 months, and I'd already bought the mass market paperback to continue my reread. because I was so salty that I couldn't find it. I think it had like gone under a couch or something like that. I couldn't find it, and by that point I'd already bought a new copy. And I think I'd already gotten rid of the dust cover, because sometimes I'll take off the dust cover if I don't want to get bent and creased for display purposes. So I then gave that copy away, and then I just recently got rid of my Shadows Rising and upgraded to a full hardcover. So yeah, that's the one that sticks out in my mind because I was mad. What was the last book you have replaced? Recently I replaced Dune by Frank Herbert, the deluxe edition. I bought it and it was damaged, only for my new copy to get damaged. It's fine. I've already read Dune. I love it. So I can't recommend that deluxe copy enough. It is absolutely amazing. The last book you had an argument over. That is probably going to be The Poppy War by Rf Quang. It is a very... You either love that book or you hate it. I gave it a 1 out of 5, 1 star. I just didn't... It didn't click for me. It wasn't for me. There were some elements that I liked, but overall it was just a huge miss for me. So yeah, it'd probably be The Poppy War. I've had some discussions on Emperor of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. I didn't really feel like I loved that one. I've had some discussions on just Malazan, Book of the Fallen in general. It can be a very, very confusing series. And yeah. I just like to discuss books. So even if I don't like a book, I'm willing to discuss it. And if you like it, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just going to tell you I don't understand. But cool, you liked the book. Awesome. What's reading for, but just to really enjoy what you're doing. So don't force anybody to read books. The last book I couldn't get a hold of. Well, that was going to be Jurassic Park by the Barnes & Noble Jurassic Park by Crichton. I went into Barnes & Noble and they were like, hey, it's been discontinued. And then I was looking on Amazon and it was all for like $60, $65. And then I got lucky and I stumbled upon an eBay listing for $44.44, which is like an $11 markup if you don't include shipping and taxing. I mean, I know they sell in store for $25, but to have them ship it to you is not free. So I consider that an $11 markup. I just went ahead and snagged it because it's a gorgeous edition. So right now, I currently have almost all the books that I wanted. I tend to hunt pretty voraciously to get a edition that I want. For some of the Malazan books, I think I bought 2 copies of Chains of Ice to get the one I wanted. I wasn't satisfied with Dead House Gate, so I ended up going through 4 copies of Dead House Gates, because there was some issue with a recent printing where the bottom margins were just missing. I had a lot of problems with Malazan, so I had trouble finding those, but through like 4 or 5 different sites and just hunting, I was able to acquire them. So I'm pretty tenacious like that. If I can't find a book, I'm gonna work to go out and find it. So that said, that is the last 10 books tag. Feel free to check the description down below for the link to the Wizardly Duo Discord. We are a great small community. We're all good friends in there. Not a bad person in the bunch. But yeah, feel free to jump in and join us. And till next time, peace out, y'all. Bye.